All right, guys, I lost a stream in a spot I never lose a stream. So I just started a new one. I kind of hate that. I wish YouTube would let you like refresh it and reopen it, and maybe there's a way to do it, and I just don't know how to do it. Um, but it's kind of silly that you have to start a whole new stream every time, and it dumps everybody out. So it's kind of crazy. So nothing I can do about that. Thank you for rejoining. If you can share the stream, we're gonna head down to Nahant, Massachusetts, right by the water. Been there a few times during nor'easters. So we'll check out, see how the conditions are down along the beach there, in Massachusetts and Nahant, Massachusetts. Welcome back in. If you guys are jumping back in, if you're just joining us, thank you. Hit that like button, share the stream, throw something in the chat. Let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear us. Okay. They're going good there too. Look nice. Stream was coming good, and then bam, gone. All right. Let's see here. All right, we'll head to the beach. It's definitely not a beach day today, though. Yeah, the models were pretty good this time with the storm, and it looked pretty good with the amount of weather that was it was predicting. So definitely I think when the models are agreeing like that, it's just easier to forecast something. Because then it's just like it's a pretty much sure thing. It's just the impact of it. Oh, we got some decent wave action going on here. Definitely some wave action. The tide is not high right now. I believe it's coming in. We can check the tide chart after. Yeah, I wish the cell phones back in the early 2000s, the old cell phones used to be able to hook them to an external antenna on the vehicle, and then you could get a better signal because of it. They got to make some kind of external antennas just for the cell phone, so you don't have to have all this like crazy equipment, like a 5G booster. I mean, a 5G booster would probably make the most sense at this point, but you got to put all that stuff somewhere. So I got to figure out where I could stash that. I think in the back behind the seat on the truck, I could probably do it. I like draw it all out. With everyday life and work, you end up not able to like get some of the stuff done, and then you just as long as I get the maintenance done on the truck, that's pretty much my biggest thing. So we can get out there and just do what we want to do. With chasing. Oh yeah, we got excellent wave action here. Definitely gonna come back this way and check it out. Probably got like 7 foot waves, maybe higher. Get it going in the chat there, guys. You guys can have your own little conversation going on in the chat too. Gimbo, hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yep, you're welcome. We're going down on the Nahant Causeway right now. I think we'll see if we can get down the beach here. Maybe we'll get out and take a walk. Get a little wet, but whatever. All for the enjoyment. Typically, they close the beach for like paid access during the storm, so we usually just get out of it. Oh, it's definitely windy down here, guys. Oh, looks like the porta potties got pushed off of the off of the concrete. The wind is taking them out. So we got porta potties moving. Definitely strong winds. Drive-through bathroom, correct. All right, we're gonna stop here. It is windy. All right. We're going for a walk. I'm gonna get a little wet. It's probably freezing cold, so I don't think it will last long, but we'll get you guys an outside view again. Then we'll come back and get dry. See if I can get my coat zippered up here. It's supposed to be waterproof, but we'll see. All right, let's shut I-Force 1 down. All right, we're getting out. Oh, I'll have to yell, guys, so you can hear me. Oh yeah. Woo! It's like tropical storm force right here. Brace yourself. Oh, it's cold. All right, we're gonna go back to the truck because it is damn. Wow. Yes, this is worse than the last one. Way worse. No surfers out there right now. Damn. Woo. Holy shnikes. All right. That was that was pretty good. It feels like it's like maybe like 30s, 39, like the wind chill. It's that cold. I gotta wipe off the phone a little bit there because I got her nice and wet here. Clean it up. Oh, this I could hear the airplanes taking off at Logan Airport. So they're still flying in Boston. You get a nice headwind when they're taking off. Wow. Need rain gear when I do this. I mean, the coat's waterproof, but it's soaked. All right, let's dry cycle on. I'm gonna make it a balmy 68 in here. All right, we're gonna go back towards um the end of the beach here. There's a little pull out where I pull up really close to the water. If I can get in there, I'll pull right up there so you guys can see the waves up close because we can get pretty close down there. It's within like 20 feet of the sand. All right, this is yeah. Come on out here sometime, Kimbo. People love coming out here in the fall. Um, a lot of people just go to Salem for the Halloween stuff, but it's New England's just beautiful in the fall. There's so much color. If you go up to New Hampshire and Maine and Vermont too, central Massachusetts, western Massachusetts, but along the coastline, it's beautiful on the coastline too. Um, so definitely come down here sometime if you can. It's not too far of a drive if you don't mind driving a little bit. Obviously, it's quicker to fly. Been to Rhode Island? Yeah, I've been to Rhode Island a lot. Down to Newport. They don't call this Long Beach for nothing. We've been driving down it for 2 minutes. Yeah, if you look at the Holyoke, I've been to Holyoke. Yeah, Holyoke's nice. I've been out to like Holden, Holyoke, Worcester, Springfield, um, all out like west, way the farthest out in Mass you can go pretty much. Almost out near Row. We need live streaming equipment and we need Starlink to go out there if we're gonna stream out there at all. Because I don't know how the cell signals are out there. I don't think they're that great. Okay, we're gonna pull back in here. See if we can't get close up to the water for you guys. Gonna make some puddle splashes here. Yeah, there you go. Get some intense wave action there. They're really kicking up good. These guys are brave. These guys are running out here. I used to run down here all the time, even in the storms. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let me go up to back up to the seawall, and we'll the waves will be up close. I got like 5 cameras here. I got my backup camera. I got the iPad going. You can see the stream on the iPad, and then I got the camera going for the stream. Yeah, Lake Superior, north of me. Yeah, nice, nice Kimbo. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have the walkways around those places. Um, I watched a YouTuber I watch. He went up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, um, and went like over to Canada too, on the other side. It's a looks like a beautiful area. Yeah, now we're going into the wind. It's coming out mostly out of the northeast right now, but you can see the wave action. I'll try to like turn the camera for you guys a little bit. I'm gonna turn it to the right so that way you guys can see. Oh yeah, we're gonna compare this in big waves. All right, we'll get out here again, guys. You're gonna get some crashing wave action here, and I'm gonna get wet for you again. Oh yeah. Woo! All right, freezing again. Holy crap. Woo! Love getting. All right, soaked. I'm gonna take my jacket off now so it dries. Let's wipe the phone down again. Oh yeah, we get some. I watch live channel from Duluth. Nice. Yeah, we can. We have some big ships that come into the harbor sometimes here. If you off the coast, like if you go into Boston, down South Boston, there's big cargo ships that come in. I think Hyundai comes in here with um with a ship to unload cars at the dock in Boston. So you can go over the Tobin Bridge in Boston. You can see thousands of new cars like covered up down there. Ugh. Yeah, I'm so. All right, let's drive and we'll drive. Guys, like and share the stream if you haven't already. Let's get people's interest fired up and let them know what we're about and local weather. Right now, we're just covering the local weather because this is what we got. And yeah, this is really great right here. We got some great wave action over here too. I'll get you a view from inside the car this time because I'm not getting soaked anymore. Right now, at least. Yeah, you can hear it pretty good. The ocean's angry. She's letting out her power. Oh yeah, look at those waves. Some of those are like 6, 7 footers, maybe higher. All right. I try to get out of here now. Traffic, people just keep coming, so it's hard to pull out. Yeah, there's usually windsurfers down here, but I think because the wind's not going to last that long and the storm's going to move pretty quickly, um, I think it's mostly out of the north, and they like it when it's like straight out of the north, right out of the northeast. Um, that's when I usually see them down here. But there was people down the other beach because so that's yeah, I think they were waiting to get out there, but at least surfing because you got decent waves for surfing. Let's stop over here again so you can get a little contrast. It's definitely more sheltered over here. So you got less of an impact in this spot right here. You still got decent waves out here, but it's not as bad as when we just were. It's chilly. I'm gonna take a look at the radar on the satellite here for a second. Yeah, so this area right where we are right now is where the biggest impact is. In fact, there's a little bit more rain impact inland. Um, maybe we'll go move inland a little tiny bit. Let's go inland a tiny bit and we'll see how the storm's affecting inland a little bit. And then we'll come back to the coast. Oh, I just hit a big branch. Was super big, but it's big enough to go up in my wheel well and make a loud bang, a loud annoying bang. All right, so we're gonna go inland to see because according to Radar Omega, the heavier bands of rain were a little bit further inland. So we'll just go by some of the spots that usually flood or have pooling. See how the drainage is. I think generally people get around perfectly fine right now. I don't think it's a big issue for people getting around. Um, Kind of going this way on purpose. Oh yeah, look at that tree that get kicked up here. Good. Got a little bit of a tunneling effect here too. Trains running. Now usually floods down here because it's nice and low, but looks pretty good. Temperature here right now. Uh, I think it was in the 40s when I just last checked. It was like 48. So the wind chill is probably like in the low 40s, maybe upper 30s. I'll check it in a minute. I got. I'll check it from Storm Chasing MAHQ. Get the AWN network up here. It's all right. It's 45 at headquarters, and the wind chills feels like 43 according to that. On the coast, it's probably a little bit um steeper wind chill. Get you guys up here. Keep you guys caught up. All right. Hopefully we don't lose signal again because I'm really tired of that. I was talking about earlier. Um, I wish YouTube would make a way so I can just refresh the stream instead of having to dump the stream and do a whole new one because that's what happens, and then I have to like get you guys back in, and it's kind of stinky. Yeah, this is cold. We had what was it like? I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. We had a 3rd of July. We have this cookout every year on the 3rd of July at a friend's house, and we were freezing. The temperature was like in the 40s. It was windy like this. It was a storm just like this. Um, Raining very hard, wind just pouring. We're out on the deck with a tarp over the deck, trying to keep dry, um, trying to cook food on the grill so we can act like we had some kind of party. Fireworks got canceled that day. It was pretty bad. They ended up having the fireworks the night after, but um, wasn't super great. All right, so this is Lynn, Massachusetts. We were just on the coast of Lynn. So we're coming in here because we want to check out the conditions inland now a little bit. My speed is 0. Now it's 30. Yeah, Mother Nature, especially in New England, she can throw a whole bowling ball at you when she wants, and then she can be really sweet. So it just, I don't like, you can't control her. If you do, she'll slap you right back. Try to fix this right here real quick. Fix my well, yeah, so my flap is open. There we go. The picture looks pretty good now. You guys hear me okay though too? I don't have the Bluetooth mic on. I just have the microphone on the phone, which since I got a new phone last year, made it so much better. Oh, good. Thanks, Kimbo. All right, trash here. All right. Yeah, the rain's a little bit heavier here, but nothing to write home about. So what I'll do is I'll head this way. We'll go up the highway and head to a couple more coastal towns. Check out the conditions over there. We got a little bit of down branch here, mostly crushed by the vehicles at this point. We got more down branch over here. So we're definitely getting wind gusts in here strong enough because we got broken branches or nature's pruning. Nice clean towns. Yeah, this area's these streets are okay. Um, better than they used to be. They just redid all this though. So give it 5 or 6 years. We got a random porta potty on the sidewalk. We just had a branch go down in front of us. Small one. Yeah, it might get a little fuzzy here, guys. The stream. Try to come out of it quick. A little street flooding here, probably block storm drains. Um, people like cleaning in front of their house. Unblock the drains. It's gonna help the water go down, so you don't have flooding issues on your property. All right, come back. It's just little bit of a hairy spot there with the cell signal, but we don't lose it all the way. Uh, I kind of know where the spots are right around here, where there's the signal. And sometimes you can just get bad weather too, and it can not help, which is when we want it to work the best. So a little bit of lightning up in the sky here. Might be getting some breaks. Definitely the coast today is definitely the most impact, obviously. Um, Hence the coastal storm. All right, I'm gonna cut down this street. I don't think there's any dead spots here. We're gonna go towards the highway. Zip down the highway real quick. Starting to dry up a little bit. I shouldn't have wore cargo pants today. I should have just wore shorts because even though I'd be cold, they wouldn't be as wet. No, I won't melt. I said that yesterday to a neighbor. I was trying to help her out. Because she said her gutters are blocked. So I have a little technique. I use my backpack landscaping blower. And I can stick it in the little downspout and turn it on. It blows all the crap out of the uh out of the downspout, and so it starts draining. And yeah, you might have to do it a couple times, like in a week, to if the stuff migrates back to the downspout. If you don't have a ladder to climb up, but she says like, "Oh, it's gonna start raining." I'm like, "I won't melt. I'll be fine." It's definitely brightening up a little bit. We'll have to look at radar next time. Next time we can stop here. So the wind's definitely like a big factor when you're driving a high profile vehicle on the highway. It's open area, so the wind tends to gust and hit you hard, so you can drift into another lane very easily. Um, the tundra's not too bad; you can feel it, but it's controllable. If the wind was higher than this, then you'd have to slow down a little bit, just to keep the vehicle in the lane. Pretty strong though. We'll stop at the next exit at one of my staging locations, and we'll check radar omega and see what it looks like. But definitely, as we move north here, picked up again. Another wave. Oh, we just got a big gust right there. Woo! You guys saw that big band of rain just came right across the front of us. Yeah, I bet the winds got strong in South Dakota. You have like open area, and there's not a lot of terrain to knock the wind down or suppress it. You're gonna have higher winds, and it's gonna feel way worse too. And then if you're like in a valley and you got the mountains, you have that tunneling effect. All right, we're gonna stop over here in the big lot, and we'll check. We'll look at radar omega and see how the circulation is. Get you guys a little view of the open area over here. All right, so let's look at radar omega. Okay, let me see here. Let's get you guys a view here. And move us out of the way because you can see us. Yeah, so see those heavy bands? Let's just zoom out a little bit. I can see the circulations right in here. The center, but we're at the North Shore is the big impact. This I've been pretty lucky. All the storms I've had able to chase, they're all been in this area. I haven't had to like go far at all. This is like the biggest impact right along this area. It seems to be moving south, but it's the biggest impact is right over here. I think we could go in towards Beverly over here and maybe oh yeah, we just the wind's really blowing the vehicle now in this spot. All right, let me get this back up. I want to figure out why I can't split the screen later. Maybe it's because of one of the updates. Hopefully we can get the Peapod in here later because I want to see how Maine is doing up there. If she's having any effects up in her area. Bad hair day, yeah. Yeah, it's just how it is. It's cold. Kind of ridiculous right now. Time is it here? Me too. Wake up, Peapod. Yes. Where's Peapod? I know Brady's been doing those funny streams from Florida with Connor, and I think Jordan Hall was there with him and some of the Stormcat 5 team. She probably was up with that stuff. I'm just having a little snack, guys, and then I'll head towards the coast again. I'm really hoping for some thunderstorms. We'll see how July goes. That's our big thunderstorm month, typically here. It's when the dew points get really high, and it gets pretty hot. So even on the coast here, that southwest wind just pushes in that warm air from down in the Gulf usually, depending on how the jet stream runs. Um, but yeah, you can see. I don't know if I can zoom a little bit. Can't really zoom on that. Kimbo's going to the kitchen. Snack time. Thank you if you just joined us. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you're interested. We're chasing a nor'easter, a late season coastal storm on the North Shore of Massachusetts. Pretty much is where the biggest impact is right now. We're just gonna continue traversing the North Shore and see the impact. Earlier in my first stream attempt, I got some downed trees. I'll have to cut that one up since it cut out, but we can definitely make some shorts out of that with the wind damage and stuff. Oh, that was a giant hole. That was not good, and I did not see that. Oh boy. Thank God for big truck tires. Hopefully that's not big truck tire damage. All right, we're heading along um coastline now. Kimbo's back. Hope you grabbed yourself a nice snack. We're in Danvers, Massachusetts right now. Pop Tarts, breakfast of champions. Oh boy. Nice. I try to mix breakfast up. I don't like to do the same thing all the time. So I'll do like apple oatmeal and peanut butter toast. And then I also like I'll make like a breakfast burrito once in a while. I like that. And egg sandwich, sausage and egg sandwich. I'll do something like that with like English muffin or a bagel. Um, Cereal once or twice a week, maybe. But I usually eat the healthier stuff. Lots of leaves down. So the wind's been definitely kicking up here earlier. Don't feel bad. You just get up, you have those lazy mornings sometimes, Kimbo, and that's just what you want to do. If you don't want to sit there and cook, then you just go to the go-to. What flavor Pop Tart you enjoying? No baseball today. Baseball's canceled. I get you guys back. You guys hear me still? Kimbo, we're there. Somehow my stream went off the screen. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, it's still there. All right. Phew. All right. Yeah, I was trying to clear the notification on my screen and it went to that app. I'm like, really? I thought I lost the stream. Will be the second time today. The first time I lost the stream, it just we hit a spot that usually is not a dead zone for me, and it cut out. And yeah, thanks YouTube. Can't let me reconnect. It just has to die on me. What a yap about that all day now. We're good. Good in the hood. Oh, we got another down branch here. That's a medium size, well, small to medium sized branch. Yeah, so a lot of small tree damage right now. I'm sure there's some bigger stuff around that I'm not seeing. Trash barrels down everywhere. We're on a delay for trash this week because of Memorial Day. So people have their trash out this morning. The pickup still. Biggest thing around here is it's always windy on trash day. I don't know what it is. Right on schedule. So when I crack the window, it looks like the signal gets a little bit better because it's not bouncing around in the car. That's why you need a damn antenna. I need an antenna, guys. My Memorial Day weekend was pretty good. It was full of baseball, coaching little league, assistant coaching little league baseball. Um, getting stuff done, trying to pay tribute to uh, the fallen. Remember them. Big branch right here. That's what Memorial Day is. A lot of people are like, oh, it's an extra day off, but there's a reason why we have that day off, so we don't want to forget that. A little bit of fuzzy on the stream here. Coming through a fuzzy area. We'll be out of it pretty quick, hopefully. All right, that seems like a little better. Kind of fuzzy still though. All right, we're headed back to the beach. Um, a little further up the coast here. Can't pass right now because I got a big truck coming on the right of me. Thank you if you just joining us. If you haven't, hit the like button. Throw something in the chat. Have a conversation with Kimbo since she's the only one talking to me right now. All right, gonna head down to the beach down here. I don't know when Chappie gets in here, we could question the biting thing. If Chappie jumps in at all. Kimbo, did you see the special on Discovery that Freddie was on and Connor and a bunch of the other guys? Oh yeah, we got more down branches over here. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought Connor would be in a little bit more. Um, but they kind of focused on like Freddie mostly and a few other people. Yeah, we got a down branch over there on that tree. That's a decent sized branch. Get wet. Stick it out the window here. Ocean's a little calmer here because it's blowing the other direction. We're facing southwest right now. Still windy here though. Pretty windy. That's what I usually do if I'm in Connor's chat. I usually am on my phone. What I do is I put everybody on the big screen and I watch it on the big screen and I just message on the phone. And you don't have to respond to everything, Kembo. I do appreciate it though. Um, because it keeps the chat alive, which is cool. uh let's drive back. What time is it? There's supposed to be a parade in Salem today for the Salem high school basketball team won like the state championship. So hopefully we don't get stuck in a parade. It's not going to be an outdoor parade. It's going to be on in vehicles, but little branches everywhere. Definitely going to have some cleanup to do tomorrow. I don't have a lot of trees around my house, but I'm sure my neighbors' trees, like branches and leaves, will be in my yard. Help pick up those tomorrow. I haven't noticed a lot of power outages yet. Most neighborhoods we've been going through seem like they have power, so we're on the if you're just joining us, we're on the North Shore of Massachusetts, just traversing the coast for a late season coastal storm here. Saw some cool wave action earlier, and a lot of tree branches down so far. Nothing like ginormous, but enough to make a mess. We plug in the sit here. Oh, why can't I do that? There we go. Little power action there. Yeah, the battery was starting to get low. Yeah, it is. A lot of people are gonna have a lot of yard work to do tomorrow. I'll have to mow the lawn tomorrow, and we have baseball later. So we will try to get the stuff done in the morning tomorrow, and hopefully it's not too bad. I think tomorrow's supposed to be okay. Um, I think it's gonna be sunny. I haven't looked at the temperatures yet though. I'll have to stop and check that after. I kind of focused on today and really didn't think about the rest of the weekend. Let's you know what we're gonna do? It's too bad Peapod's not here because we're gonna go by the flood hole right now. The old flood hole. We'll see how the old flood hole is doing. Tide's coming back in, so I'm sure it's gonna start flooding. Let's see here. That, ditch that. We'll pull up some forecasting for tomorrow. Looks like 67 tomorrow, around 67 and showers. So I'll take that. Hopefully it's not too much rain. Yeah. You gotta have something like that. There's always gonna be that little like regular thing that you incorporate in. Cause it generates like interest in your base, and it's just funny too. It's just like something repetitive, you know? Oh boy. Flood hole looks pretty good right now. It doesn't look like it's flooding yet. In a little while it might though. Yeah, I don't want any of that heat out here. Kimbo, you guys can keep it. Um, I do not want it. It's starting to flood here a little bit. Right on the edges here. The flood hole, the tide's coming in, so the flood hole's building up. Probably about an hour, it'll be all flooded. I like it 65. If it was like 65 and 70, between 65 and 70 every day, low humidity, I'd be in heaven. It'd be awesome. Um, it's just like for the yard work thing, it can be warmer as long as it's cloudy. But I'll take 60s all day. Oh, camera moved. Let's go, guys. Thank you for joining us. I know there's a couple people just jumped in. Throw something in the chat. Let us know where you're from. We know where Kimbo's from. 70 to 75. That's not bad. As long as the humidity is not oppressive. Like when the dew point gets above 60, then you start to feel it and it gets uncomfortable and the swassometer goes up. Pea pod. It's the pea pod. Pea pod, we just went by the flood hole and it wasn't flooded yet. Maine is cold and windy. Okay. So we got lots of wind down here for you, pea pod. We were down the beach earlier and the wind was gusting like 45. We can go back by the flood hole in a little while because the tide's coming in. I guarantee you she'll be flooded. We just went by it. We'll come back this way after and we'll go by it because it'll be the tide will be higher. I just gotta get by this area so we don't hit the the rolling celebration for the basketball team. Yeah, it was just for Peapod. We went by the flood hole. And look at that, it brought you in. Sounds good, Peapod. I don't know how long we'll go for. Um, it's the storm's moving pretty quick, so we'll go as long as we can go. Yeah, I went to the store this morning. Went to Market Basket, our big grocery chain, this morning at like 5 minutes of 7, so I could get back in time to start. Got to put everything away, which is a chore. And of course, they didn't have everything I wanted, so that means I have to go back during the week now and look for the things I didn't have. All right, we're headed back down towards the beach again. I'm gonna go this way so that we stay connected. Because when I went the other way, we weren't connected good. We lost our stream. So we will go this way instead. I have no idea how to stop the freaking when the wipers wipe, it refocuses. I wonder if I have to shut the autofocus off on my camera to stop it from doing that, even when it's streaming. Yeah, this is like the local North Shore area. We're in Salem again, Salem, Mass. The infamous witch city. At the gas station. Ooh. Oh boy, someone's horn works. All right, so I think hopefully next week or the week after, if we have a cool weekend, I gotta do some maintenance on the Tundra. I was mentioning it the other day in one of my posts. She needs an oil change, which I'm not over. I'm just coming up on needing it. Um, in 100 miles. Um, and she needs back brakes, which I do have all the stuff to do. So I just gotta get the time and pull everything off the back, put all new stuff on real quick. So we have some fresh back brakes on the iForce One. Maintenance is very important. I mean, you don't have to go crazy, but I tend to do the stuff a little bit earlier than a lot of people do, and my vehicles always last longer because of it. I sold my last truck. It had 130,000 miles on it, and the transmission felt like it was brand new still because I did maintenance on it every 30,000 miles. And it didn't wear out. Who needs brakes, right? Now I only need to stop this big giant thing. Oh, we just have a branch kick up again. The thing picks up branches, like these little branches, throws them into the wheel well, and it sounds like a gunshot when it's like hits the wheel well. It's like, bang. Peapod, I wonder if Peapod does her own brakes. Do do your own maintenance on your vehicles? A lot of people love doing it. I like doing it too. I just sometimes you wish you had an extra car though when when you're doing stuff because when you're doing some heavy maintenance, sometimes you break something when the vehicle's old and you need to order parts and then you can't have a you don't have your car for a couple days. Luckily, if it's not something that requires it to drive, so I'd love to have like a second vehicle just to just in case, even if it's just a little like RAV4 like Connor drives. That's pretty good. Some pretty good stuff there, Peapod. That's I think that's a little bit more advanced than some people. So Peapod knows what she's doing. Uh-oh. All right, so we have no power down here, guys. Electricity is out down here. There is no electricity in this area right here. It's obviously a down power line somewhere, so we're going to be cautious here. We got more down trees. That's good. Peapods can be self-sufficient. That's awesome. Um, just a little tip for people: when you're driving and the power's out and there's no traffic lights, it automatically becomes a four-way stop, no matter what. So everybody has to stop and like it's a four-way stop sign. Oh, Kimbo, I have you know the streets down here are all the Great Lakes on the side streets. So we just went by Superior, Erie. All right, so we're back at the beach again. Swells are pretty good here. This is a hard turn here. It's hard to see. Might be a minute. I might be able to get out here again because it's not as bad as it was, but I just need to turn so I can see here, though. I can't really see. People just don't let you go. Oh, this guy's nice. Thank you. All right, let's get out for a second. The rain's Not as bad as it was before. No power right here. Electricity's out right here too, because the crosswalk lights are out. Yeah, you don't want to sometimes you don't want to swim in this water right here because there's this algae that's in this water. It's only to this area. They cannot, it's not anywhere else, this type of algae. And it's just brown, it's all brown and disgusting, and it makes the ocean smell like rotten onions. It's disgusting. They take like heavy equipment when it builds up on the beach and they push it out into the ocean. All right, let's get out. Let me get my hat. Let me shut iForce 1 off for a second. Yeah, tide's coming up pretty close. About an hour probably. Yeah, ew. It's right now. It's there's a little bit of like seaweed and stuff here, but I can't smell the algae. It's not. I think it's in the water though. I can see the water, but I can't smell it. Usually, a storm cleans it up pretty good. We got some really big breakers down there. I'm surprised there's no surfers out here. All right, cold again. Not as bad as it was. The wind's dying down now. Let's see here. Plug the phone back in because we want some juice in it. But thank you if you're just joining us. Leave some a comment in the chat. We're down in right now. We're in Swampscott, Massachusetts. We just drove down through Lynn, and the power's out in this area right now. So must have had a down limb come across a tree branch. So we could try to go back that way, see if we can find it. Let's go back that way. Maybe we can see where the power went out and what where it took the wires down, so we can. It's probably a larger tree that did it. So, but it's generally this area. So let's go check it out, guys. No guts, no glory, right, Peapod? Kimbo? It was Kimbo's comment, but I know Peapod would say the same thing. All right. All right, we're gonna go back towards this area and see if we can find the down power lines. We're not gonna touch them. We're not gonna go near them. We're just gonna see if a tree fell or I'm sure power crews are probably already in the area. Okay, so we got outage here too. Guys, four-way stop here. Four-way stop. You do four-way stop when there's no lights. People don't understand that. Yep, four-way stop. Go ahead, you stop, you go. You. Go ahead. Nope. Four-way stop, no lights. I'll tell people, I don't care. I think people forget how to hey, Rob's here. Who wants a polar plunge? Yeah, I didn't see the polar plunge people this morning. It's a little chilly. A little windy and chilly. Did not see them. All right, we're gonna see if we can find our down power lines. Let's go down this side street here because we're kind of skirting the area. The lights are out up there too. So we got lots of power out right here. And it's a wee bit dangerous for them to get up in their trucks right now. Up in the buckets. Guys, the Marshmallow Fluff Company is right down the street, right there. But I'm not driving down there because I'll lose my signal. Yeah, people. I don't think some people understand the etiquette when your power's out at a four-way intersection. Yeah, the old fluff and nutter sandwich there, Rob. Okay, we made it through. We didn't get hit. All right, we're gonna I don't want to go too deep down these side streets so I don't lose you guys. I don't see down power lines. Definitely happened somewhere in this area, but where? We don't know. Maybe we'll head back towards the flood hole for Peapod. Because I know Peapod wants to see the flood hole. It's the storm's kind of dying down. So we're gonna see the aftermath of it. Um the tree branches that broke in the wind are falling down now. So we got power up in this area. So it's just like a small area that's out right now. Wind's still strong. I know, when I was looking earlier, there was some snow falling up in central, New Hampshire, southwestern central New Hampshire, that area, and probably up like the Berkshires, Massachusetts, towards like Worcester County. Looked like a little bit of snow on radar. The frozen precipitation. Yeah, it'd probably be the last time for the season, but we said that like a couple weeks ago too. It's not gonna stick to the ground. The ground's too dang warm. You go out to Worcester County on, even when you have a coastal front in Salem, I think I mentioned this before. I've been out in Worcester, Mass for a conference and it was 80 degrees there. And when I got back to the coast to my office, it was 40 degrees. So just from a coastal front. Yeah, but still, right? Just the principle of it. But yeah, you're not safe. You're not safe here in New England from snow until June. And even at that, I think one time in my life now, I've seen snow in June. So, yeah, I know. I planted some potatoes in the garden the other day. So good thing they're all snuggled up in their mound. Stay nice and warm there. Yeah, it's pretty bad. If it just you don't expect it to feel like this time of year, because your brain's just like, oh, it's summertime, you know. Rob's already got tomatoes. Wow. Oh, you probably started them indoors though, right? Yeah, we don't put tomatoes out here on the coast here till now. But yeah, I don't have a place to start them indoors. They'll be nice. Yeah, you start them in January. That's good. I like to eventually, like, if I have a house with a bigger property, you can put like like a three season room, like a glass three season room, and you can use it like a greenhouse. Just put some electric heat in or something, so that you can heat it up and it can start plants in there. I think I put a hot tub in there though too. Warm up in the wintertime. You got a greenhouse business, nice. Yeah, I know. Up in the Midwest, you guys could get snow still too. You get those Arctic fronts that come out of Canada, um, and you guys could get hit. I saw was it like North Dakota up in like up towards Canada, all that area up towards Canada. They got snow the other day. Like I think they got like 16 inches of snow. Closing roads out there. And then, the next week they get a tornado. Alberta snowman in July. I can imagine up there, like all on the Coquihalla Highway, like up there. Freaking cold up in the mountains there. Of course, I would laugh, but it's like you don't you up in Canada, yeah, I can imagine. That's totally accurate. But I had like the April Fool's storm. Was it 96 here? And I shoveled in shorts after because it was like 60 degrees after the storm ended, and the snow was just melting like crazy. The only reason why I shoveled it is because it was like 2 feet of snow, and it still would have took a day or so to melt. Trout fishing, and we built snowman. Check out one of the cousins has a fishing channel, North Shore Outdoors on YouTube. He just started up for the season. I think he just did some trout. So good little channel. They do some trips. They go striper fishing. So he posts pretty regularly in the summertime. Come on, center lane, green light. Yeah, check it out. See if you like it there, Rob. Give him a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you're interested. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They have some older videos, like a couple of the guys do hunting on the channel too. Nice. Yeah, they do some hunting. They did some deer hunting and I think those duck hunting on a couple of the videos further back. Mostly fishing though. Feel bad for those guys just go by their asphalt paving a driveway at a veterinary hospital. At least it's not 90 degrees out while they're doing it. The rain bands keep coming in. They get heavier at times. All right, we're going back to the flood hole for Peapod. We're gonna check it out because the tide's coming in, so I'm sure it's getting a little bit higher. There was some puddles forming there, so something's banging around in the back of my truck. Oh, this is so bumpy here. Peapod's just heading to the grocery store. I don't know if she made it there yet. Hopefully she's watching still. We'll go sit at the flood hole for a few minutes to make sure. It's definitely brightening up out. I think we're like reaching the tail end of it. Yeah, I did the same thing today, Rob. It was I barely got anything and it was like $200. And I buy like really healthy food too. So think about my I bought way less like than some people do. Oh, I see brake lights near the flood hole. Let's see if we get some action here. Yeah. If you can grow your own vegetables like Rob does, that's yeah, we got some action at the flood hole here, guys. We got flood hole action. We're slowed down. Peapod, you better be there. We're at the flood hole. Oh, we got an umbrella. That's the holdup, an umbrella, really, and a little bit of flood hole action. Oh, yeah, the flood hole's slowly filling up. Yeah, Rob's counting the days for fresh veggies. My dad has a huge garden in his yard, in my parents' yard, and it's awesome. They give me cucumbers, um, like whatever I want. He grows kale, he grows cucumbers, two or three different types of tomatoes usually. Um, he does he does some carrots sometimes, and I gave him some seed potatoes to do some potatoes this year, so he's gonna grow some potatoes also. Um, I did 4 potato plants, green beans. Yeah, like this the green beans and sweet peas and stuff like that. He does that stuff too. He grow some edamame once? I thought he grew some edamame. Asparagus, he's got that. He has asparagus. He's had asparagus for like 30 or 40 years. He's been growing asparagus. You got to get out there though. It grows so fast. He's got to get out there and cut it right away. Kimbo's hungry again. Yeah, I like to grill the asparagus. Um, Olive oil, maybe some garlic and um, salt, and pepper and stuff. Comes out good. Yeah, up. So I watch a YouTube channel. Um, it's Bell's Farm up in Lewiston, Maine, not far from Peapod, and they grow all the potatoes for the grocery store chain or that we have around here, Market Basket. They pretty much supply them with almost all their potatoes for with their farm. And they literally just finishing up using their potatoes for the year a few weeks ago. Butter and Lowry's seasoning. Oh, my dad loves Lowry's seasoning. He still has it. I make my own seasoning. I have like pretty much all my favorite spices and herbs in the spice cabinet, and I pretty much use them all regularly. Um, I'll mix it up. I make different types of food too. Um, it's turned into a food channel now. But we have a big like Dominican and Puerto Rican population, so there's a lot of Central American around here. So I make a lot of Spanish food too because I do like some of that stuff. Hanging out at the flood hole here, guys. Hoping that Peapod's watching so she can see her flood hole. Meat and potatoes, potatoes and meat. So yeah, I'm hoping for some more thunderstorm chases, guys. And having some time to travel a little bit more in New England for some storms. It'll be really nice. It's hard when you work 5 days a week. Um, but I'm trying to give you guys like a good view of what happens around here with weather, which is insane. Sometimes. And then for the past 2 years though, besides these nor'easters and the general coastal storms we get, it really hasn't been that bad. Even the thunderstorms have just like fizzled out before they get here. Um, so we're watching and we'll jump on stuff like usual, like whatever we can. Um, Trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark too. So if we can get monetized, that would be great. Um, I enjoy it either way. But monetization's awesome because then I could get more equipment and then we'd have more options. Um, it would help with the budget. So, but yeah, we're working on that. And then I'll also um we'll do the face reveal at 1,000 subscribers too. So once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I promised everybody I would do like the face reveal. Then you can have like a name with the face, a name, face with the name, kind of thing. It's still really windy. Oh my god, I can see birds off in the distance, like getting blown around in the wind. They're insane. Holy cow! Well, I don't know if you guys can even see that off in the distance up high. There is just this huge flock of birds getting tossed around in the wind. It's insane. I don't know if I can drive up there. Holy crap. Hold on, I'm gonna check my messages here while I'm talking to you guys. I respond to my baseball coaches here. Yeah, this is kind of wind it down, guys. Let me look at our radar omega so we can take a look at a storm here. Yeah, we still got bands like coming into the area a little bit. Let me put it on the map here so you can see where I am. I am right where the blue dot is. Can you focus? Focus. There we go. Right where the blue dot is. And then the center of the storm seems to be moving down towards like the Cape. It's over the Cape, really. Put it in motion. So I think we're having bands rotate in for the rest of the day. Um, but it's shifting. If it's shifting south as I say that, I can see one of the weather apps pop up and say the same thing. The focus, focus, focus. All right, get you guys back on the YouTube screen here. All right, let's I don't see Peapod. Hope she's probably shopping right now. Um, we'll take a ride. I'm gonna take a quick ride around the block here, and we'll come back to the flood hole one more time. And if Peapod's not here, I think we'll end it pretty soon. I don't think we're gonna have much crazier than we have now, but I want to go up with those. I see the giant flock of birds. See if you guys can see it. It's insane. There's like thousands of birds like caught in the air right now over there. The flood hole. She's in the cereal aisle. Oh man, this road is ridiculous. So many bumps on it. See if we can go up to there's a park over here, and I think that's where the birds are. I'm gonna try to go up that way and see if we can check out the flock of birds. It's gonna be like 2,000 of them, and they're like flying up out of the trees, and the wind blows them back down. Let's see if I can get up here. I think I can. Scrape my truck apart on this rock and a stone. Right? Flock of birds. See if we can see where the birds are. I haven't been up here in a really long time. I didn't even realize they still had a baseball field up here years ago. Saw them up here. I don't see them up here now. They heard we were coming, they all took off. I don't see them. Whatever. The wind blew them away. Yeah, probably, Rob. I wouldn't doubt it. They probably got the picture after jumping up like 5 or 6 times. And like, all right, we're out of here. They get caught in hurricane eye walls all the time. Like you can see like giant specks on radar, and I guess it's like tons of birds um caught in the eye wall of the storm. and they just kind of hang out in there because it's calm. They can't get through the eye wall until the storm dies. Get some seagulls. I don't see the other birds though. All right. No bird action, guys. I don't know if I can go down this way. Let's find out. I can't. The exit is open. Lots of leaves on the ground here. All right, we're gonna head back towards the flood hole. We'll get one more view of the flood hole, and then I think we're gonna call it a day here because the storm's pretty much winding down. Oh, look at that convenient green light for us. Wow, these trees, some of these trees are all bent over here in the wind. Still pretty windy. I think the wind's going to continue for most of the day, though. It'll just diminish slowly as the evening goes on. Get one last view of the flood hole here. Yeah, Peapod will have to go back and watch the video. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys joining today. Um, the storm's moving really quickly. It's still windy, stuff going on, but it's definitely brightening up a little bit because it's sliding south. Um, so I think we're gonna end the stream here. Um, and I will keep you guys updated on the next opportunity that we have. And I hope to see you guys all in there. Thank you for joining, everyone. Have a good one.